few years ago, I was being interviewed by a journalist on The Australian, many years ago, and it was a broad-ranging interview, and suddenly he asked me whether I believed in the devil. And I said, well, I certainly do believe that there is a significant element of evil in the world. And I said, you need merely look at the Nazi regime and what they did, or the Stalinist regime and what they did, to know that there is enormous evil in the world. I must say that in recent years, I was just absolutely outraged, appalled by what happened on the 7th of October. There was the ultimate in evil. Just reading descriptions of what was done to parents in the presence of their children and then done to the children too, just indicated to me that this was the ultimate in evil. This was an absolutely appalling thing. It wasn't war, it was something far worse than war. What is your feeling about October the 7th?
Look, October the 7th has changed the Jewish world. It's changed Israel. The barbarity of it was just so shocking. There are so many stories and indeed hundreds of hours of videos. The Israeli government has assembled a 43-minute package which has been shown to journalists, has been shown to parliamentarians, including in Australia. In that 43 minutes, about 135 people are murdered, and sometimes in the most barbaric way. The cruelty that accompanied it was just beyond normal human thinking. Having kids tortured in front of their parents and vice versa, with, you know, the gouging of eyes, the removal of body parts. One of the worst examples was when the Hamas terrorists entered a home of a young family. They shot the father, killed him, and there was a baby. They put the baby in an oven while they raped the young mother. So she was being raped while her baby was being cooked. I mean, that is just beyond, and I don't know how you can put any other label than ultimate evil. There were cases of children being murdered while the terrorists were filming it on the kid's phone, and because on the kid's phone there might be an entry called mum or dad, they would then send the video of the murder to the parent. And look, I can tell you that if anybody responsible wants to have a look at some of the evidence, it's not on general social media, it wouldn't be allowed. But you can go onto Telegram, and if you search one of these two terms, either Southern First Responders or Hamas atrocities, you will see a whole selection of examples of CCTV and body cam footage that contains the evidence. I'm not recommending that for anyone, but if anybody does feel of a mind to want to see some of the first-hand evidence, it is available through that avenue.
This was made available to federal politicians?
Yes, including in Australia, the Joint Parliamentary Security and Intelligence Committee was invited to see it at the Israel Embassy in Canberra. And a couple of them did media interviews, including Andrew Hastie as an example afterwards, and commented on what they saw.